Hi there. Welcome back to Trainer Talk, where we discuss some of the latest things to come out of the Pokemon franchise. I'm your host, Billy Conway, and today I'm here with my very special guest, Jackson Hester.
Hey everybody, thanks for having me.
Honestly, it's super great to have a fanatic of the series like you here. I know you're just really big into the franchise, and I'm super excited to talk to you about it. Honestly, with you being such a big fanatic of the franchise, it's honestly really exciting for me to talk about all we have to talk about today.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it as well.
Well, let's really just get some background here. How long have you been playing Pokemon?
I've been playing for well over a decade. I started with Pokemon Soul Silver, and that just kind of catapulted my interest and love for Pokemon.
What would you say about Soul Silver was like your main drawing force?
I really fell in love with the art style of it. The sprite work and just the overall overworld is really vibrant and just absolutely crazy.
For me personally, Pokemon Diamond has always been my one and only. I love it. The story, the music, just the challenge in that game. I will never forget it, and I love Sinnoh to death. You can't get any better than Sinnoh to me.
Absolutely not.
And with that, what's your favorite Pokemon? That's a very loaded question, I know, but everyone has one.
Well, since I started with Soul Silver, I'm very partial to Cyndaquil and their line. He's just adorable.
It's a little fired, little porcupine thing. It's so cute. You can't. But me, Eevee, Little Fox. And it turns into 8 other evolutions. I love all of them equally. You can't get any better than Eevee.
Yeah, I'm hoping that there's more evolutions in the future, but that's asking for a little too much.
Honestly, I feel like we could get one in the new games. And speaking of the new games, let's just jump into that. We have some big news because recently we got some new stuff with Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, and they're the new mainline games.
I'm really looking forward to this game, especially since it's an actual open world game, the first for Pokemon, believe it or not. And just there's so much to come with that. And the art style itself looks really nice, all the graphical updates and everything.
Oh yeah.
Just so excited.
They certainly seem to be using the engine that they use for Pokemon Legends Arceus, because that open world, it's going to be like that. I know it's not going to be quite the exact same. They have to make some tweaks because Arceus was done in a very particular style, but I'm really excited to see what they do with the new format and the new mainline games. And with that, we're going to see a change because while Arceus was heavily based in history, there's not developed towns. This is going to have developed towns, and it's kind of inspired by Spain, Mediterranean areas, which I really love.
Yeah, I did see that the main big city that they were showing off was heavily based off a big city in Spain. So that's where everybody was pointing to. Again, the open world aspect with it being interconnected, and you just walk out of a town, you're in a new route, it's seamless. That's the most exciting I am.
I'm really excited for that too, just getting to jump right into catching Pokemon again, maybe with some stealth mechanics still, because I love that. But yeah, the new world just looks gorgeous. I love how Pokemon draws from our real world and takes it and morphs it into this place where, dragons can fly. And there's just so much in the franchise that excites me with this.
Absolutely.
Now, what do you think of the new starter designs?
I think they're really goofy looking. I honestly thought they were fake at first. I fell in love with them after looking at them for a little longer, and I'm just I'm torn between picking them.
I'm personally leaning towards Sprigatito. What are you leaning towards?
It's either Fuecoco the fire starter or Quaxly the little water duck. That's a tough pick for me right now.
Fair enough. And which game do you think you're going to get, Scarlet or Violet?
I think I'm leaning towards Scarlet at the moment.
I'm leaning Violet currently, but we'll see when the legendaries come out. And we'll see what more comes out when news drops.
Ever since it was introduced in the summer of 2016, Pokemon Go has been and continues to release a variety of new updates to the game. releasing up to 7 different generations of Pokemon. This in turn has continued to entertain trainers and encourage them to go outside and interact with the world around them.
Well, the season of Alola continues in April in Pokemon Go, and there's going to be a ton of new updates for those dedicated players to enjoy. I personally have been getting really back into Pokemon Go ever since like the big craze died down. And with these new events and they keep pumping out new things, I just keep wanting to come back. Alola, for those who don't know, is Gen 7. So we're going and jumping into that with all the Hawaiian-themed Pokemon, and they're all getting released right now. Like, every day there's a new Pokemon. Next, Community Day, which is the 24th of April, we will have a chance for a shiny Stuffle. And Stuffle will be featured, and there will be tons of Stuffle everywhere, so it'll be fun to just go out, explore, meet other people, because I know I go to the park almost every community day, and there's just a ton of people still playing Pokemon Go. I still see them fighting in gyms and trading and battling, and it's super exciting. They also have a Sustainability Week event, which is encouraging people to, sustain the environment more, and they're encouraging things like that. And they've also been teasing more future Galar region stuff. They've been doing a lot more with the Galar Pokemon, and I know they did some recent things with that, with like Phalanx and some of the legendary Pokemons from Sword and Shield coming out. And it's been super exciting to have them join into Pokemon Go. And I mean, like, hey, if you haven't played in a while, it might be a good time to jump back in because so many things are happening. And I think lastly, while the game has been out for a while, I think it's worth discussing some of the updates in the overall game of Pokemon Legends Arceus. Because this game, oh boy, when this was announced, I couldn't wait. I got really giddy.
Yeah, me neither. It was just a nice breath of fresh air for the series that I think they really needed.
I mean, for real, we needed a Pokemon game where we could walk around, catch Pokemon without battling, but we also had to still forcibly battle in some ways. Like, Let's Go tried like a catching format, but it was only catching. It was taking off of Pokemon Go. Yeah. With Pokemon Legends Arceus, we really just jumped into the deep end of you're catching Pokemon and you need to fight, and things are going to go south if you do not.
It's very much there's like a threat, like for walking around, like the Pokemon will attack you if you're not careful. And the seamless transition into like the battles is wonderful.
And I mean, I love walking around the battles as well. Like, you can see your Pokemon do the attack, and you can kind of be like, oh, don't hit my Pokemon, walk in front of them. Yeah. Do a little bit of fun stuff like that. But I mean, just the beauty of this game as well just blows me away. Mm-hmm. I mean, going back to Sinnoh again, I love Sinnoh. I adore the region, and getting to see it in a whole new light in this, non-modernized era, and the new style and everything, I absolutely loved it. What did you think of the mass outbreak system?
I think it was a really fun inclusion, especially for like shiny hunters after like the post game, or even just like whenever. You could just farm as many Pokemon as you want, especially with that being so important with the Pokedex. Very nice, going back and just kind of breaking down Pokemon to its basic necessities, and it just really works.
These games were just what we needed, and I really hope they keep this energy with the mainline games.
Absolutely.
That we talked about. Well, I think that's about all the time we have here today, and I would once again like to thank you for joining me here, Jackson.
I appreciate you having me on.
It was super great to hear your insight and just what you thought of everything we had to talk about here today. But once again, for Trainer Talk, this has been Billy. Thanks for watching in. Signing off.